He's been convicted by the jury.
Hey y'all, and happy Sunday to each and every one of you all. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. Happy birthday to all those people who had those happy birthdays, who birthday it is. Shout out to all the Pisces. And also, anything you celebrating, congratulations. If you're not feeling good, I hope you get well. Stay positive, worry about yourself, nobody else. Um, if you're not doing good, well, I hope you do. But I'm serious about everything I say. Y'all hear me? If you have any topics that you would like for me to like to share for me and for the real deal to talk about, please do let me know. And I would most likely kind and give y'all my reaction behind it. Y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all know I'm an early bird, right? I stopped by Onan TV last night, Chad. I had a good time. Since I get copyright for playing my music, oh Lord, in the name of Jesus, he was playing that Betty Wright and all that good old music last night. Y'all, I couldn't get off his page. Ooh, y'all know I love me some old school music. Yeah, shout out to Onan TV. Yeah, he was playing that music last night. Whew, I was just about to get out into that song. But yeah, back over here, I just want to tell him thank you for playing that music because, like I said, if I play the music, it'll be a copyright strike. I'm gonna give y'all time to come in. I only move, when Jesus, wake me up, tell me what to do. I can't move sometimes by myself. I can move with him, you know. Today, y'all, we're gonna talk about Nathan Rowland. Nathan. Nathan was guilty of a murder, y'all. Of a young lady. Stabbing her 100 times. Okay. Today I would be sharing a video of Mr. Nathan in court now. And the only thing people doing is trying to give a statement about him, to try to save him a little bit. But I'm gonna give y'all time to get into. Nathan disappointed his mama. When you mothers to your kids, when you're a real mother knows her child. Every mother knows their child. But when they commit a murder, every pain you take your mama through something, because they like, how my child do that? I didn't raise my child like that, Lord. But they did it. Because they ain't no little child no more. They grown now. You remember they left, they got grown and they had to go out on their own. So, we don't talk about that today, okay? Every mother knows her child. But ain't nothing further is from the truth. When our kids grow up and they leave us, we don't know what they're doing. Sure. Thank God, all right, y'all. God is good. Y'all, first of all, Jesus, the Lord, child want to call Jesus the Lord. The Lord has been good to me. Yes, he has. And I know he's been good to a lot of y'all out there. When you see other children get out there, your grown kids go out there and they make a mistake. or they do something that you can't believe that it happened, then it affect the whole family, right? But he is not innocent from a long shot. Nathan is not innocent. He is not innocent. Cause you gotta believe the other people, the other human and mother of the other person that he was convicted about, they got feelings too. They weren't there when their child was screaming and hollering for their mama. When he was doing what he was doing to her, he didn't have to do her like that. So now your child don't turn into a whole criminal. Get y'all time up, get in. How was y'all weekend? Y'all, I'm not gonna be able to make it to that birthday party. I might go. I need to get out the house. What? 4:32? I just woke up, y'all. I can't go to no party. It's already 4:32. Y'all, I just missed the birthday party. I don't miss the child birthday party, y'all. I missed the little baby birthday party, y'all. I'm just not waking up. You hear me? I'm just not working. I just woke up. I don't miss the whole birthday party. I've been going to the little girl birthday party. And child, it is 4:32. I just woke up. I see it in the morning. I get her something in the morning. Yeah, this is what we have a problem with a lot of mothers saying. We so quick to say this right here. This is what a lot of mothers says, y'all. My child would never. Y'all say that all the time. Y'all say that all the time, but you gotta remember they ain't no child when they get grown, but this judge gonna stop her. So that's what we're gonna talk about today, okay? That's what we're gonna talk about today. A couple things that this mother of Nathan, that's her baby, that's her child. You got all the degrees, went to school, did everything, and he would never. This is what we good mother says. I'm a good mother, But I would never say my children would never. And I love them to death. I know how I raise them. Yes, and I can't tell that mother how to start her sentences off, because I'm not her and she not me, right? Right. I'm not her and she not me. But this is what, in every case, there is. You hear their mom get on up there and testify. My child would never. People, the type that our content is about. Nathan Rowland. A lot of y'all don't know Nathan. I don't know him personally, but I followed his case there for a minute. And then I got so upset with what he did. I didn't get upset. I just, cause see, when in these cases, these murder cases, everybody always defend the one who do the killing. Y'all know that stuff people is believing the devil, Satan, got y'all mind messed up. Got y'all believing everybody wrong, right? Everybody wrong is right. Everybody right is wrong. That's that superpower. That's the superpower. That super Satan power and that super Jesus power. That's how I deal. You got your own folks that come around you to just distract you. But we're going to get in this case in the film. I ain't on her. We're going to get in this case. Satan is not winning. Now, this mother, in this case, I feel so sorry for her. The way I took it from what she's saying, the same judge that is doing Nathan case is the same judge is going to do Alex Murdoch case. So to you all, this might be a boring case, y'all might not want to hear, but it's okay. I'm gonna talk about it. Because what he went out there and did, y'all gotta watch them prescriptions and all that other stuff y'all doing. Can't nobody tell you what to do. So do your thing. It's making y'all messing y'all mindset up. So when you make a decision, that ain't the same decision you would make if you wasn't under the influence. Y'all didn't hear what I said. Get ready to convert. I said something very important. I said that when your mindset, when you are under the influence, it is different when you're not under the influence. So when you're under the influence, you listen to what they're saying about you, and the first thing comes to your mind is, how did I do? Did I really do that? Y'all, my coffee got cold real quick. I don't like that. I want some hot steamy coffee. So I'm gonna let y'all today. I'm gonna let y'all judge this situation coming from the mother. I want y'all to tell the truth. And the judge, in this case, the same judge who did Alex Murdoch case, I like this judge. I admire this judge. He didn't disrespect the mother. And you know, we got some good sweetheart mothers out here, y'all. Admit now. You can do all the wrong you doing, and she'll say her son didn't do that. I ain't gonna. I could tell what my son would have done, but I ain't gonna get up there and say what he wouldn't do. And this is what we said. My child wouldn't do that. Never. My child. That's why I put that up there. My child would never do this. That's what y'all say. Happens. 90% of women say that. You'll say your child did it. No, she wouldn't. No, he didn't. And you know the whole time he did. So the judge in this case, I really admire that older man. He ain't nothing to play with. And he ain't playing in the Alice Murdoch case. I like this judge because he stood up for the victim. See, when the mother said, we're going to see that video in a few minutes. I ain't in no hurry. I'm not going to rush. The mother in this case said, my child would never do this. And the judge said, how you know? I'm so glad to hear that judge. No, I'm so tired of women sometimes. I'm so tired of them sometimes. And then when he asked her, how you know? Because I raised him. That's a grown man. That's a grown man now. You hope that they stay. You hope that they live, like the family's supposed to live and stuff like that. But shoot, I know they be under the influence doing everything else. And needs and wants turn. And this is what they do. So anyway, I want to thank the judge in this case who's working with Alice Murdoch's case. He stopped that mom. He stopped the mom, and he stopped his soul like a husband, a grandfather, a brother, uncle. He stopped her. He stopped her. The judge actually stood up for the victims. And that's the same way. That's the same way in takeout situation. We're hearing about the people who convicted the crime allegedly, but we're not speaking up for the victim family, takeout's family. That's the same thing in this case. In every court case, we never defend the victims who's no longer here with us. And this judge right here, I love this judge, y'all. He the same, like I said, he's the same judge that's doing Alice Murdoch case. But I want to tell mothers of grown children, they can change from the ways we raised them when they was a child and get wild and loose when they leave us. So mama, when you said my child would never, them are the children doing stuff. The ones who said my child would never. Your child would never, but he's a grown man now. She's a grown woman now. She capable of liable of doing anything. You just pray God that she doesn't or he don't. So we're gonna go a couple things before I show this video. And we're gonna, my channel is totally different from anybody else's channel. I signed up for situations that deal with murder cases, entertainment. And my channel is a reaction channel. So those people who don't want the video to stop in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, don't watch it. This is what I have to do. You are not the only one that y'all know it all. Me and the other people, we don't know it all. So we have to start every 2 or 3 minutes and speak on something that we keep the keywords that we picked up in the case. So this is what we do over here on the Real Deal Anita Skills channel. Y'all didn't hit me the real. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, I felt so sorry for the mother. I felt so sorry for the mother. But then she was so respectful to the judge. I thought she was trying to give a message to her son. Because she said, I know I didn't raise my child like that. And he sat out there and went and did a murder like that. No, she wasn't taking up for him to me. She was trying to tell everybody that he disappointed her. The son let the mama down. He let his family down. That's what mama said. I don't think she was too much taking up for him. She was trying to tell him something while he sitting up there with his mouth all covered up in that mess, looking all flowerlish with some water in it, stiff. He said, that's another thing. Every mother knows her child. Every father knows his child. Nothing is further from the truth. And I be feeling sorry for them beautiful grandma. I'm saying, my child would have never did that. He didn't do that. Y'all didn't want to see him go to jail. She not seeing what y'all seeing. Maybe y'all need to change the tone that you want. If everybody yelling, I ain't heard nothing you said. Why you yelling at me? That's what I say. Why you yelling at me? I'm just one of them children. I always say, why you ain't got to yell at me? I ain't cuss you. Why you cussing me? So mothers, good mothers, there's some very good mothers out there. A mother knows her child. A mother knows her child. And nothing is further from the truth. But mama, Nathan, your son, Roland, has already been convicted. Nathan let his mother down. So we're going to get into this video. I would stop this video every 5 minutes, seconds. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to do what I'm supposed to do to video. Okay. My music stays on. Y'all don't be doing this on, but it's turned low. And I'm about to get started on this video. There go Nathan. There go Nathan. Nathan heard his mama coming. He heard his mama gonna come up there. They told Nathan his mama come and look at him. His whole demeanor changed. Like, I let my mama down. I let my mama down. My mama sent me that pretty nice pink shirt. Maybe should have said that. That's not pink. Lavender. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Now, see, you can tell she a good mother, but mama, this ain't got nothing to do with you, baby. You are still a good mother. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? This ain't got nothing to do with you, mama. You didn't make no mistake. Baby, you didn't make no mistake. Okay. I'm gonna need for y'all to put on your thinking cap and let's enjoy this Sunday. Listen to Nathan. Rolling mother speak so goodly about him.
Karen, young man.
I didn't want y'all to look at Nathan. Just look at Nathan. Mama don't know he's a changed man. Look at his eye. That ain't the same little boy mama raised. Mama got to realize that boys grow up to be young men. They grow up to be men. He ain't the same baby that you raised. When he left your home, he became a man out there in the street or whatever. He started doing things that affect that big old head up there he got. Yeah, he got a lot of things that affect that big old head, and he just forgot what you said good about him. That's what he did. When he left you, mama, and did what he did, he wasn't thinking about you. Cause if he did, he wouldn't have did another woman. I don't care what color the woman is. A woman, y'all need to stop that. A human is a human. What he did to that girl was horrific. It was terrible, horrifying. And he sit in the court like he must have. Good little boy. But I just want y'all to know that he was found guilty of murdering a beautiful young lady by the name of Samantha. Josephson. Okay?
Court, Your Honor. If you would,
Okay.
Look, when mama come, he respected his mama, but he didn't respect the woman that he did something to. And that wasn't his girlfriend.
Thank you.
He looking at his mom. That's sad. He got a beautiful mom. A beautiful mother. He looking at his mom. He loved his mom. But he wasn't thinking about his mom when he was under the influence. He know his mama about to come up there and on her statement. She about to say something good about him. Cause what mama don't? I do, but I'm about to tell the truth too.
accused our son of crime.
Okay, first of all, y'all didn't hear what Mama said from the beginning. Y'all didn't hear what the Mama said from the beginning. Mama said Nathan was accused. Now, Nathan is convicted, Mama. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna tell y'all that's what I would have said compared to what she would have said as a mother. I'm a good mother.
A crime that he had didn't commit. The state accused our son that he didn't commit. You know,
I'm not going to hear
all right,
any claim of innocence.
Okay.
He's been convicted.
You see Eric, not Eric, I don't know why I call him Eric. Y'all see Nathan? Nathan know he killed a woman. He know he murdered a woman. But Mama got up there and she said, accused. No, he convicted already, Mama. You're not a witness. You're not a witness, mother. You're not a witness of this dude right here that went out there and stabbed a girl 11 times. You killed a woman. You stabbed a woman 11? I'm not 100. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not 100 times. He stabbed this girl 100 times. A woman. Oh, yes. 100 times. Not 1, not 10, 11, but 100. Look at him. But the judge got you, brother.
Please support Your Honor. If you're from your mother first.
Okay.
The state have accused our son of a crime that he didn't commit. You know,
I'm not going to hear
all right,
any claim of innocence. He's been
Hey,
convicted.
look at him. See, you talk with your eyes like I do. You shouldn't even did that. We already know. You should have did like her. Put your head down because you already know he already convicted. But you didn't have to throw your head over that way. We already know he did it. You did like, oh, here we go. That was so.
By the jury.
he's a very caring young man.
He's a very caring young man. How many times do we hear that when a mother speaks on that on both behalf, both sides? He's a very caring young man. He was, Mom. Not he is. Anytime your child has been convicted, I'm going to try to use my terms and words. I'm going to try to use my words wisely, Your Honor. I'm going to, she need to convert her words from the ills to was. Was to ills. We got to change the words. But he got the sweetest mom. The mom that would never say her child do anything.
And we went from football. Never.
Okay. Mama, you talking about when he was young, Mama. You got a grown man up there now. When he was in high school and college and all that, that was during our younger days, remember? Our hair gray, our hair changed color, and he don't stress you out because you a beautiful looking mother, and I know he don't stress you out. He don't got on your last nerve.
Now I know as a mother, and a mother knows her child. I know my son didn't do this. I know.
How do you know that?
Sir.
How do you know that?
See? See, now I like the way the judge intervened because the mom was getting on her son case, and y'all did not know that. She told her son, I know he didn't do it because I raised him better. She know he did it, y'all. But she telling Nathan, I know you didn't do this because I did not raise you like that. That's what she should have said instead of close her eyes like that. She wrote whatever she written down. She was reading what somebody wrote. She probably didn't even write that. I wouldn't have came out there if he was convicted. I wouldn't. It ain't no getting him out because he's convicted. So I'm about to go out there and look at Mr. Nathan Rowland, and I'm gonna apologize to the victim family when I get up on stage. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm gonna apologize to the victim family on my behalf. What my son that my son went out there and was convicted of. And I'm not going to say he was accused. He is convicted. I'm going to tell the truth on you when you belongs to me.
He's been convicted by the jury.
He's a very caring young man. This is a young man who went through high school, played ball, acted in his church, never had anything against him. Now I know as a mother and a mother's child, I know my son didn't do it. I know. But, sir,
How do you know that?
by the way I raised him. And when you're a mother, you're truly a good mother, and you raise your child in the right way. You don't know that your child and did something right. I can't. And I know he didn't do it.
What he did or didn't do. He's guilty of murder. He's guilty of kidnapping. He's guilty of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime.
I like this judge. Let me stop it right here. I love this man right here. He's the same one doing Nathan murder case. I listened to he came in just like, oh, she sound like my wife. Our son on never do nothing. Listen to what judge said. I love this judge. I love him. He didn't respect her. He didn't disrespect this sweet woman. He looked just like his mom. We don't even know how Nathan was raised.
And I know.
What he did or didn't do. He's guilty of murder. He's guilty of kidnapping. He's guilty of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. And if you had any testimony that you wanted to give for the jury to consider, the trial was the time to do that. I'm not listening to any claim of what he did not do. You are not a witness.
But he's a loving child. He's a good person. Very respectful. And I thank you for that.
Thank you.
Now she said everything that some others would have said. She's a good mother. She's a good mother. That's her child, y'all. That's her child. And that's how she feels. Now I want to go to the next video of him that I want to know he stabbed the woman 11 times. I want to get to the girlfriend. He gonna get the life, ain't no if and on no but. Let me see, can I find the girl? But Judge, I appreciate you doing that because people got to think about the victim family. This is at the beginning. Y'all saw him in the suit. Let's take a look at this video.
I'm not a
He a different man that y'all see in court than you do on the street because he was under the influence. That get a lot of them in trouble. Now this is the body camera of Nathan arrested. I wish that mama could have seen. I know she's seen all this.
I do. Jeffrey Craft.
South Carolina, y'all. South Carolina.
Employed, sir.
City Columbia Police.
Tell the jury a little bit about what these are.
I'm a National Police Officer in the K9 assigned to Special Operations Division currently. Pretty much respond to all K9 service, calls for service, high-risk calls, major events that take place in the city, and assist patrol from the street.
I also just from a standpoint, you talk a little bit fast to make sure you
Oh, my bad.
You said
K9 handler.
what is that? What does that involve?
I have a K9 assigned to me, and my dog's trained in tracking, apprehension, narcotic detection, and I assist the street whenever they need it, K9 assistance.
So back on March 29, 2019, were you on patrol that day?
I was
What area were you in charge of patrol?
on the road area.
And is that the ordinary area that you patrol?
I was out there patrolling all night.
Okay. You said Rosary?
Yes, Rosary Drive and then the 5 miles.
I'm going to show you graphic here. You can describe generally what this area is that we're looking at.
Hardin Street going to the 5 miles.
Okay.
That's the 5 miles corridor.
Sargent Street here, along with it.
Yes,
Is that right?
sir. Yes, sir.
And then this area up in here is what?
5 miles.
5 points. Okay. Pretty familiar with that area?
Yes, sir.
All right. How's that?
Been patrolling that area for the past couple of years. Prior to being assigned a K9 handler, 5 miles wasn't a patrol area.
Why were you tasked with patrolling in this general area on this particular occasion?
That's where the cell phone was last pinged in that area, and that's where Samantha Josephson was last seen.
What information did you have about Josephson and
That she got into a late model black Chevy Impala in front of Bird Dog, which is in 5 points. The last time she was seen her through any source of communication.
and in fact, is that the bird dog there denoted by the red pin on the map?
That is,
You said that the information was that she had gotten into a black Impala
yes, sir.
in front of the bird dog.
Yes, sir.
And that had been approximately when in relation to this? 24 hours prior?
Correct.
Okay. You got that information by what? Bolo?
Yes, yes.
Bolo, that's that name?
You have a look.
So what exactly were you looking for that night?
I was looking for a 8 model black Chevy Impala in that general area and his messages.
So that particular occasion, to your knowledge, this is. So help me walk through it. This was when you started ship, was that Friday evening? And then once you hit night, crossed over and Saturday morning.
Correct.
This traffic, the time we're about to talk about, and that would have been about 24 hours after the Josephson got into the call, correct?
Correct.
Okay. It's a little confusing with the midnight.
No,
But the Friday night and pretty Saturday morning.
yes, correct.
Alright. Were you the only one looking for her vehicle?
The whole city was, I went through every police officer in the city. Of course, on the Josephson calls, that was the primary test. Let's see if I can find here.
And the first email had a logo, correct?
Correct.
Did you receive a second email from Mark?
I did it with the picture of the vehicle and picture of some students.
And how long were you on patrol that night when you started?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, right?
Correct.
And throughout your time patrolling that evening, did you encounter, let's say up until midnight, 1 o'clock? I mean,
Yeah, to here. I want to push it up right here because I want y'all to see. A lot of people miss this case, so I want y'all to see it, okay? Okay, this is when they caught up with Nathan, y'all, on the body cam, okay?
It's a DVD with my dash cam and body cam.
you had an opportunity to view those videos?
Yes, sir.
And the videos on the disc of your body cam and your dash cams are fairly inaccurately fit.
The dash cam, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, subject to previous discussions, state offer, states number 9. Officer Kratz, have you had an opportunity to review that there are some clips of that footage as well, right?
Correct.
All right. And just at the first frame here, what does this appear to be a clip of?
The black late models on Bella on Harlem Street going to 5 points.
Is this your body cam or the dash cam?
Dash cam.
Okay, what is a dash cam? Can you describe that?
Camera mounted on my windshield of my patrol vehicle, and it gets activated or by me activating it, or it gets activated when I initiate blue lights.
And so in this instance, did you turn it on or did it come on?
It comes on automatically, the blue lights activate.
Okay. And does it have a kind of a backup feature where it catches the time before you turn it
It
on?
has a 1 minute preset.
What does that mean?
It records 1 minute prior to me activating the blue lights or activating the dash cam.
In other words, from the moment you hit the blue light, it's not recording necessarily, but once you do that, it does pull the recording from the previous one.
It does.
And so at this point in time, when the video begins, you haven't blue lighted it yet, correct?
Correct.
Blue lighted it. Have you blue lighted the vehicle yet?
No.
Okay. But the video turned on to do what you described, is that right?
Correct.
Thank you. All right, this time I'm going to publish the attachment.
That's Nathan driving, y'all. So he trying to see is that police following him. Y'all saw what the police did? They switched the other lane. Look at him. Look at him. He doing something because he know them police behind him.
That is Harlem Street and Boston Street.
Is that the involvement?
That is.
Oh, he just driving out over the lane. Look it up, y'all. You know that police, y'all. This is in South Carolina. So you might recognize some places.
Can you describe this turn as we watch it?
He's turning on the Slow Avenue as he makes the turn. You can see the one-way sign. He's going out to direction of traffic. There's a median that divides the two lanes of traffic.
And the cars on the side of the road.
Correct. And the parked cars are facing the property.
Why he got that? Look like he about to jump out, y'all. Look. He about to jump out that car. Look, y'all. Look at him. He gonna try to dip, y'all. Look at him. Trying to get rid of stuff. Man, he don't lost his man. Look like somebody in that front seat. Look.
Stop it right here for a moment. I'm going to ask you some questions.
That's scary.
As myself.
Okay. And as you approach the vehicle, on or any vehicle really for that matter, but specifically this one, what is your concern? What is your goal? What are you trying to do as you approach the vehicle?
Primary for me is officer safety, approach the vehicle in a safe, tactical manner.
Hold up, y'all. Let me get my headphones. Whew. He doing something. And somebody on the other side of that passenger seat. I had to put on I can't hear them, so I'm going to put on my headphones so I can translate for y'all. Hold on for a minute, y'all.
Observing what's inside the vehicle, who's inside the vehicle, and looking for any type of thing that can harm me in the beginning.
Okay. And did you make contact with the driver?
I did.
Okay. And initially, was the driver cooperative?
At first, he was very cooperative. He was slouched back in the back of the seat. His hood was over his head, but he was communicating with me and answering the questions.
Okay. And at some point, did you ask him to step out of the vehicle?
I did.
Okay. And once he got out of the vehicle, was he cooperative with you then?
At first, and then asked. So he asked why he got stopped, and I explained to him. I was about to explain to him why I got stopped. That the car matches the description. And I didn't even finish my sentence, and he took off running. He put his hand in his pockets and took off running.
What did you do when he took off running?
Initiated a foot chase, told him to stop multiple times, and then I lost him he ran towards Waccamaw Avenue. That's where I lost him.
You were unable to keep up with him?
Correct.
Okay.
Shipload of savings that I can.
So they did what they supposed to did. So when they stopped them, I got to run anyway. Hold up, y'all. Look, y'all, look. He getting ready to run. He already do it. Look, y'all. The police knew. That police, look, let me take it back. That police officer knew he was about to run. Cause all y'all on one side of the car, and then you put him on the other side of the car. You knew he was gonna run. Watch this again, y'all. Look, y'all. Now see, that's the police should have left him right there in that door. Instead of making him come out, he made the police come out, back, and he got on the other side of the door. Here go a young cop. So the young cop already know what to do. Look. See, he pulled himself behind it though, and the police pulled him up. The young dude right here know what he about to do. Watch he jump. Look. He already. I like this. I'm sorry.
One moment. So as you described a moment ago, your initial encounter of the driver of the vehicle, I'm going to do the next slide on PowerPoint. Looking at the initial frame, what is this a video of?
This is my body camera. This is me sitting inside our patrol car during the traffic stop.
And that is part of State 29, correct?
Correct.
All right. Can you tell the jury what a body camera is?
It's a body camera we wear on duty, and any call for service or anytime we make contact with anyone in the public, we activate our body cameras.
And why do you do that?
For, of course, for evidence or make encounters of people.
All right. And you indicated that when you approached the vehicle, that the driver was seated in a particular manner. Can you expound on that?
His seat was reclined really, really back, so it's hard to see unless I get right in front of the window. And then he had his hood over his head.
What else did you observe on his head?
He had like a bandana wrapped around his forehead.
So before we get to it, I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions, and then we'll play it. You said initially he was cooperative, right?
Correct.
You asked him some questions.
Correct.
What types of questions did you ask him?
Well, approaching the car, I smelled a strong odor of marijuana come from within the vehicle. So immediately I was like, hey, who's been smoking the marijuana inside the car? He freely said you were.
I told y'all, substances make us act different. Substances, drugs, anything like that. Anything you under the influence on is a substances. So that make us behave like our unusual selves. Okay.
Earlier. And then I asked him, do you have any identification on you? And he said he doesn't have any identification on him. At that point, that's when I asked him, can you step outside the car?
And he complied.
Correct.
And you indicated that you said something to him about why he pulled over, and that's when he took off. Is that right?
Yes.
What's going on, sir? You got your license? You got your license on you? I'm also Columbia Police Department K9. No license on you. Why not?
What did he say? Can somebody tell me what he said? I don't hear what he said. What did he say? When he asked him for this license, and I got headphones on. What did he say?
And then he had his hood over his head.
What else did you observe on his head?
He had like a bandana wrapped around his forehead.
I'm just trying to get to the. I don't know. I'm just trying to find out what did he say. I'm trying not to talk loud. I got on headphones. I'm trying to find out what did he say when the officer asked him for his driver's license. Didn't he? Oh yeah. Y'all, this is Nathan. For those who just joined in, this is the Nathan rolling when he first got arrested. Okay. I decided to do a recap so y'all can see. I show you where he ended, and this is the beginning.
Before we get to it, I'm just gonna ask you a couple more questions and then I'll play it. You said initially he was cooperative, right?
Correct.
You asked him some.
Now, this is in Columbia, South Carolina, in the same place where Alice Murdaugh case is held.
Questions.
Correct.
What type of questions did you ask?
Well, approaching the car, smelled a strong odor of marijuana come from within the vehicle. So immediately I was like, hey, who's been smoking the marijuana inside the car? He freely said he was earlier. And then I asked him, do you have any identification on you? And he said he doesn't have any identification on him. At that point, that's when I asked him, can you step outside the car?
And he complied.
Correct.
And you indicated that you said something to him about why you pulled over, and that's when he took off. Is that right?
Yes.
What's going on, sir? You got your license? You got your license on you? I'm also Craddock, Columbia Police Warrant K9. No, no license on you.
What he said? What? He don't have no club. He don't have no license at the club. What he say?
Why not?
Is that the hoodie you were describing?
It is.
And then the bandana underneath?
Yes.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing because he said that. He said I was smoking some earlier when I was at home. I'm sorry, y'all. Come on, y'all.
All right, man, you're gonna have to step on it, man. All right, here's the deal, man. Hold your car over because it matches the suspect. Get your hand in your pocket. What are you, crazy? Get over here. Get down here. I can't. I was just gonna see if he'll stop. Bravo Mike wearing a gray sweatpants, gray sweatshirt.
He must have got on his Michael Jordans. Get that. Get him. Come on, y'all. Agility examinations, cops.
Walk him up. Where's blocks? 500 block. Nunez, keep going. He's gonna be on your left.
This is in Columbia, South Carolina. March the 30th, 2019. Oh, homeboy dip. Well, at least they didn't snatch him out the car like they did Tyree.
The body cam goes on, correct?
Correct.
Where are you now in relation to your vehicle?
Like a 1 block down on Wacom Avenue.
Okay, so did you go down to see if the suspect had been detained, or did you go back to your vehicle?
I went back to the vehicle because there was a passenger inside that vehicle.
Okay. And again, just going back to the map here, the white pin is approximately what, where the traffic stop was, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what is the red pin generally?
I believe that's Congress Avenue. That's where he was apprehended.
That's where he was apprehended? Okay. But you didn't go down there, correct?
No.
You went back to the car?
Correct.
when you went back to the car, without getting too far into particulars at this point, what did you do?
I made contact with the passenger and try to get identification, see if I can get identified who just ran from me.
Okay. And at this point, again, you still didn't know who the driver was, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't know anything else about Ms. Josephson, correct?
Correct.
All right. So generally in a situation like this where there's a traffic stop, and specifically you said you smelled the odor of marijuana, is that right?
That is correct.
So what would you then do in regards to that?
Search the vehicle for any source of or marijuana inside the car.
Okay. And did you in fact do that in this case?
I did.
Okay. And what did you find, if anything?
Find a little bit, a bunch of marijuana shake, just little pieces of marijuana on the driver's side floorboard.
Okay. What else did you find during the search of the vehicle?
A cell phone and a set of keys.
Can you describe the cell phone?
An iPhone. It was white or feminine color, and a set of keys with a pink keychain on it, or key ring on it.
Feminine color, as in the like the rose gold.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And when you found those items, did you put it in your pockets? What do you do with it?
I put them on top of the car.
On top of the Impala?
Yeah, yes, correct.
Okay. Did you then continue to look throughout the car a little bit additionally from there?
Yes, still looking for marijuana. Being it was a strong odor. I didn't think the little bit of shake was going to be the source of the odor.
Okay. Did you look around a little bit in the back seat?
I did.
And was the trunk opened? That's something.
Yes, I pointed the trunk was open. Yes.
Did you actually go digging through the trunk and removing items?
No, opened it, saw what we saw.
In the light of the totality of the situation, why didn't you search the car more thoroughly at that point?
There's lots of evidence inside the car. There's obviously something severe took place inside the car. That needed to be processed by professionals, our crime scene techs. That's when we backed out. We wanted to preserve as much evidence as possible.
When you say it was obvious, I mean, what, if anything, did you observe?
Large quantities of blood, footprints on the window, cleaning supplies, bleach.
And again, why would you have not done that yourself as opposed to crime scene?
So I am not a crime scene technician. We have people in our departments and other departments that are specialized that process those type of evidences.
What he just did, y'all, was giving him the performance of what his job, his position is to do and to not to do, what to touch and what not to touch in a situation. What just happened right then. Okay.
This new
Great, you're okay.
And what are we looking at here?
That is the front passenger of the vehicle, the Chevy Impala.
And this is on stage number 9 also? This is
Y'all, he got old young girl in there with him. That look like the girlfriend. That look like his ex-girlfriend. So that means that I wonder was she in on what he did to that other woman?
the body cam on stage number 9, is that right?
Yes.
This would have been when in relation to the foot chase?
After the fact that I returned to the vehicle.
Okay.
Now, he could have went and picked this girl up, his girlfriend, and she don't have no clue why he's running and why he did what he did. That's why she not locked up. But remember her now with this blonde wig, because I'm gonna show y'all her in a dark wig. She didn't know he was going to do that. So that's why it's good for y'all women to know the men that you deal with.
The female standing there at the front, where did she come from?
She was in the front passenger seat.
Was she there during the traffic stop?
She was.
What was her name?
She knows something. She knows something. He gave her something too.
Nisha Wilson.
Look at her looking. He told her to turn around, y'all. That's his girlfriend.
Can you describe what you're doing currently?
Right there, it seemed like we identified the driver and the person who ran from me, and at the same time looking for the marijuana inside the vehicle.
You testified you found some shake.
Correct.
Can you say again what that is?
Shake is pretty much the ground up bits of marijuana that they use to put cigarettes.
Where did you locate that?
The floorboard, the driver's floorboard, pretty much where your feet would be.
Did you reference?
Those are.
And we haven't gotten to it yet, but where was the cell phone, the rose gold cell phone you spoke about, where was that located?
In between the driver's seat and the center console, that little gap.
He had something inside his pocket. They need to check her. Look at her looking. Look at her. She need to turn around.
Is that the gap you were referring to? You didn't examine the phone or do any forensics on or anything?
I did not.
Once again, this is in
Person responsible for investigating the contents of that phone? That have been you or somebody else?
Somebody else, nothing.
Not your area.
Columbia PD, y'all. Columbia, South Carolina.
This is what we're looking at here.
The trunk is open, and that's when we discovered more potential evidence in regards to a missing person. So that's trying to back up.
Blood?
There's more blood right there in the rear passenger seat.
Well, y'all, let me ask y'all something. I got a problem with this. I have a problem with what's going on. The girlfriend was sitting in the passenger seat. Why is it blood over there on her side, on the passenger seat? So you need to tell me that she's sitting on top of blood. Didn't they say blood was on the seat? So if you think about it, it's blood over there. Why is blood over there on that seat where the girl was sitting at? It don't make sense. Did he cut her? What? Why is blood on her seat if she's sitting over there? Why is he searching the car, y'all? That's my number one question. Why is he searching the car? Do he supposed to search the car? If he don't, why is he searching? I believe that's one of the problems in some of the cases that they are having. People not doing their position because anything can be easily planned, even though they didn't plan anything. But
With that backpack, are you still trying to figure out the source of the odor of the marijuana?
That's correct.
You got a moment ago, that's the doing it the trunk.
Correct.
And that's the point where you guys decided.
Make phone calls to our crime scene techs, and I believe someone responded for the crime scene process.
okay, he said when he looked in the trunk, that's when he decided to bring in the crime team technician. My question, I don't know nothing about being an officer, police officer, and what they are capable of doing, and what they are not capable of doing in situations like this. Um, were they supposed to call the crime scene people before they opened the trunk since there was blood spotted in the car? That's what I want to know.
You're not saying what anyone else told you. At what point did you gain knowledge that Ms. Josephson had been located? At what point in time?
While searching the vehicle, we discovered blood. That's when I found out she has been found deceased.
That's what I just said. See, that's what I just said. When he found the blood, why didn't he just stop and then call the crime scene in? But he continuously searching the car. When you find blood, now if he found blood in that car, the girlfriend got to know something. She was in the car on the passenger seat.
Thanks for some.
Once again, they live from South Carolina courtroom.
Oh, thank you. Officer Kraft, you initiated the traffic stop on Nathaniel Rowland, correct?
Correct.
And Nathaniel Rowland, as we saw in the video, came to a stop at the light and used his blinker, correct?
Correct.
Good. And prior to you turning on your blue lights, they're signaling him to stop. He had
Why
not
you buy me
committed a
nothing to
traffic
eat?
infraction that you were aware of.
Let me something to eat. Don't do that. You don't take care of everybody up for me.
Okay, everybody else like
You saw the
Can you buy
car
me your mama
with
something?
the light,
my animal.
correct?
Can you buy your mama
Car
something to
used
eat?
the turning lane, correct? Then that car turned left. Correct? Okay? So if you're driving down to Hardin, you have to continue straight to get to Bird Dog, correct?
You can leave the door open since you're done.
Okay. But this car turned left on the Blossom Street, correct? It did. And if you were to continue down Blossom Street, you would eventually get to Assembly Street, correct? Correct. And when you pulled Mr. Rowland over, you questioned him about the marijuana he smelled, correct? Correct. Did you also question him about a cup of alcohol in his car? Did you see a cup of alcohol in his car? Nathaniel stated to you when you asked about the marijuana that he had smoked prior to you pulling him over, correct? Correct. Did he tell you where he had smoked? No. After Officer, are you familiar with Officer Nasia? I am. Am I pronouncing his name correctly? You are. After Officer Nasia gained control over Nathaniel, you went back to check over his car as seen in the video, correct? Correct. And in this case, when you were reviewing it, you saw Nathaniel had fake loose marijuana that you testified typically is used in rolling cigarettes or blunts. Correct. And you also have his car. Yeah, trees with marijuana. Okay. And at some point during your search, you also find an empty box that used to contain sandwich baggies, correct? Correct. Okay, and would you agree that in your experience as a law enforcement officer, when you find drugs and baggies together, that's typical in dealing with narcotics? Most of the time, correct. Okay. One of those charges is actually simple possession of marijuana, correct? Correct. Take the court's indulgence. One more question. Thank you, officer.
Minnie. Excuse me, y'all.
Very briefly, Judge. You were speaking with Mr. Rowland. You didn't ask him any questions about where it came from or anything like that, right?
No.
You asked him about usage, correct?
Correct.
But not the origin.
Correct.
When you asked him these questions at the outset, as we observed, he was compliant.
He was.
Did he appear to you to be coherent?
Yes.
Did he appear to you to understand the questions that were being asked of him?
He did.
And did he respond in a coherent manner to you?
He did.
Thank you. That's all I have.
And when he asked them questions, in other words, he wasn't under the influence. That's what they said.
Thank you.
Oh, start doing your mouth like that. Y'all, this is the same judge in Alice Murdoch case.
Free tax US.
Okay.
Next witness.
Calls Officer Nasia.
solely swear or affirm that the testimony about to be in this case will be the truth and no truth and nothing but the truth to help you out. Please, Steve, take your full name for the record.
Justin Nissia, Columbia Police Department. Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Can you tell the jury a little bit about yourself? Where do you work?
First off, Officer Nissia, Columbia Police Department.
I need you to speak up.
Currently assigned to South Region Delta Squad Patrol as well as the Columbia SWAT team.
And what do you do at the Columbia Police Department?
Currently, while I'm on patrol, I take calls for service, assist in the community in any assistance that they need, and then as well as being on the SWAT team, which means that I serve high-profile warrants, assist with narcotics and violent offender arrests, as well as active scenes.
And what is the SWAT team?
SWAT team is Special Weapons and Tactics.
So I'm going to move you back to March of 2019. Was that your duties back then?
Back then, I was currently on the SWAT team. We weren't assigned anything with that. I was currently working patrol that night.
And what do you do as part of working patrol? What does that entail?
Taking calls for service, stopping vehicles, making traffic stops, keeping the public safe.
I want to get to the girlfriend. I want to get to the girlfriend, his girlfriend, who was in the car at the time when the police say they saw blood. Okay, let's get to the girlfriend. The video that you all just seen was the body cam and the dash cam of Nathan Rowland being arrested and stopped by the police. Okay, so I want to show y'all his girlfriend. Now the girlfriend was in the car, y'all. She don't have no clue what he did. Okay. Okay, this is his ex-girlfriend. Let's see what's going on with her. Let's react to her, okay? Maria Howard, okay? That's her name, Maria.
My name is Mike McClure.
She looks like the girl allegedly in the car. She looked like the same young lady who was in the car when the police pulled over on her. Let's see what is this chick. Now she look older, but that might be her though. I don't know. So once again, this is Nathan Rowland, ex-girlfriend. Let's hear what she's gonna say. And she saw him clean blood out of car. It wasn't no blood in the car when she was sitting there. That's what she said. So I was trying to understand. I was trying to get some understanding. How did they come to the conclusion that he saw blood in the car if she was sitting over there on the passenger seat? Okay.
What do you do for fun?
Party.
Party. Fair to say you went out regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you party?
When I came back home, 5 Points.
And when you say came back home, what do you mean?
Came back home to Columbia for the weekend.
Where's Voorhees?
It's in Denmark, South Carolina.
Did you live in Denmark?
Yes, I was staying on campus.
So you would come back to Columbia and party, is that what you just said?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said in 5 points.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you have an occasion to meet the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you meet him? The first time?
It was on a weekend that I had came home from college.
You came home to Columbia?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here we go. People with another. We here with another college case. Okay. Here we go again with college students now. Cause Nathan went to college. That's what his mama was saying.
And where did you meet him?
At a club in 5 Points.
In 5 Points?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, what was your relationship?
We was friends.
Did you date at that time? You were just friends.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did you all ever date back then?
You can say dating, but it was more so like a friendship.
Did you all stay friends from back then until now? Or until March of 2019?
We had lost contact with each other.
When did you all become associated again?
March, April, it was in 2020.
Before this incident, is that when you became acquainted? So you didn't know him prior to, not today. Okay. Did you know him in March of 2019?
Yes.
And were you all, how did you become acquainted with him again in March of 2019?
He had came to my job at McDonald's on Bonus Ferry.
I want to talk about McDonald's. You said you worked at McDonald's in 2019?
Yes, ma'am.
Which McDonald's did you work at?
The one on Bonus Ferry across from Rosewood.
So coming into Columbia?
Yes, ma'am.
And you worked at McDonald's. How did you meet him? Did he come in the McDonald's?
He was going through the drive-thru. I was outside.
What were you doing outside?
Smoking a cigarette because I had just got off.
So how did it happen that you talked to him?
He was like, "Hey, Maria," and I was like, "Oh, wow, I haven't seen you in forever," and we exchanged numbers.
And did you go back to work?
No.
What did you do at that point?
He offered me a ride home.
Did you have a car at that time?
No.
So did you get rides a lot?
Yes.
So he took you back to home, you said?
Yes.
Where was your home at that point?
Mountain Brook on Leesburg.
Was it, what type of house was it?
It was a condo.
Was it
a duplex?
It was a duplex.
Mm-hmm.
Was it an apartment or was it like a?
It was like an apartment.
So can you describe to the jury, was it one story or two?
It was 2 stories.
So he took you back to Mountain Brook, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened when you got home?
We hung out for a little while and then he left.
And let me ask you, was that the last time you saw him?
No.
How often did you see him after that first encounter at McDonald's?
Every day.
After that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you all at that point start dating?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you mean by dating?
Seeing somebody every day.
And let's just be honest, did y'all have a sexual relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, did you have a child?
Yes, ma'am.
How old was your child?
4.
Did she live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you allow him to see her as well?
Not often.
So you said that you saw him every day. What type of relationship did you mean when you said you saw him every day? Was it for long periods or short periods? Let's start there.
It was for long periods.
So what did y'all do during those long periods?
Watch TV, hang out, eat.
Did you go to 5 Points?
No.
Did you all go to bars at all?
No.
Do you know if he liked to go to bars?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because he always talked about 5 Points.
And what did he tell you about 5 Points?
It was lit.
Hold on, y'all. She's a party girl. Hold on. They start going together now. Hold on. Let's take a little break for a minute. a question. I have a question for you all, okay? And my question is, this is the girlfriend, right? She's the girlfriend. Nathan Rowland. Okay? She is the girlfriend of Nathan Rowland. Okay? She ran back into Nathan. She ran Maria. Hold on, y'all. Let me come back to y'all. Hold on. I want to come back to y'all for a minute. Let me come back to you all for a minute. Now, Nathan hooked back up with Maria in 2020. Okay, she wasn't living there at that moment. She was living out of state, and then she came back. She said she's a college student. College students, we're mostly party people, but we still, you know what I mean, go to classes and stuff, human. So they hooked back up and start going together. They hooked back up and they got back in a relationship and they started going together. Now, I showed you all a video of Nathaniel from the beginning when he was stopped by the police. Okay? Even though he already been convicted, I hope they really is convicting the right man. Because he hooked back up with Maria in 2020. They start having a relationship, they start going together. It used to be friend, now they relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. But during the time when he was stopped by the police on the cam dash and the camera body cam, the police say he saw blood in the car on the passenger seat. Now the question I ask, what, the girlfriend sitting on top of blood? She the only woman's in the passenger seat. So she don't know. A lot of times now, women don't know what, and men don't know when your individual party person has been in trouble. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you do. I'm trying to find out how they find blood in the car if they want a criminal investigator, and why is it over there on the passenger seat when Maria was sitting over there? Okay, we're going to continue to this case. If you get behind, you can go back and listen. Okay? Here we go. This is his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend now. She testified.
It's a place to have a good time.
And that's what he told you about 5 Points?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
And were you at that time going to 5 Points?
No.
Why not?
Because I was working double shifts and I didn't have time to party no more.
So if she working double shift, she don't know what he's doing, right? When you at work double shipping, trying to make ends meet, you don't know what's going on, right? That's true. So she might not know what's going on. But she said, the girlfriend said she saw him clean blood out of that car. I'm going to let y'all make that decision.
To Thursday, the 28th of March, 2019. Were you two seeing each other at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were working at McDonald's, I believe you said?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell the jury what you all did that. Was he there when you got up that morning?
No,
Did he stay over during this time period that you knew him? Would he spend the night with you?
he was supposed to, but he never came back.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So when he didn't spend the night with her, he told her he was coming back. He already was doing something in the midst. He didn't come back. I don't know. Y'all women got to get a little bit more focused on what's going on in the relationship. He done went out and killed somebody. She don't even know it.
Like, he told me, I'm going to stay tonight, and then he just didn't.
How do you know that?
Because if I wake up, the cover was still the way that I put it, and he wasn't there.
Would you all go to bed together?
No.
Where did you expect him to stay if he was staying with you?
In the living room.
And while we're talking about who was staying with you, was anyone else living with you at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else was living?
My daughter's cousin.
What's her name?
Naisha.
Okay. Did anything happen with Naisha during this time period?
She just didn't follow my rules, so I tried to get her evicted.
What do you mean by follow your rules?
The guidelines in my house.
Which were what?
The cleanliness.
So what was she not doing that abide by your cleanliness?
She wouldn't clean up, and her daughter had urinated on my daughter's floor, and it had my whole house smelling.
So you wanted to do what based on that?
Get her put out. I wanted her to leave.
Now. Mariel has her kin people. We just talked about this the other day. Other women's around your man. I don't care if they is your kinfolk. You working double shift. You don't know what's going on in your house, even as your relative or not. Now, I'm gonna have to finish hearing this case because I got some question mark over my head. Now, her cousin was staying there. She and Nathan could have hooked up. They need her in court too. We need to find out who that is.
So what did you do?
I went and typed the letter up, and I was going to get it notarized.
And where did you put that letter?
In the glove box of his car.
What kind of car did he have?
A black Impala.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him drive a different car?
No, ma'am.
And did you ever see him let anyone else drive that Impala?
Besides me, no, ma'am.
And when you drove it, was he with you or let you drive it alone?
He was with me.
So you said you put the letter in the glove box?
Yes, ma'am.
Why was that?
Because I was going to the bank to get it notarized.
You remember when you put that in there?
Thursday. It was Thursday.
On Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
So I believe I interrupted you, but you said on Thursday, what were you planning on doing on Thursday?
I was supposed to go to my mom's house and wash clothes.
And where in general did your mom live? What side of town?
Northeast.
And how were you going to get there?
He was going to take me.
And did he take you?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to wash your clothes?
No, ma'am.
And so what did you do because you couldn't wash your clothes?
I brought him back home to my house.
Was there anything significant that needed to be washed?
My work shirt.
Why did it need to be washed?
Because I needed it for work.
So since you couldn't wash
I couldn't wash it at my mom's house.
So what did you do based on that?
I asked him if he could wash it at his sister's house.
And did he?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see him wash it or did he just take it?
He took it.
And was your daughter with you at this time?
No, ma'am.
Where was your daughter?
She was with my mom.
Was that normal or out of the ordinary?
It was normal.
So Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, where are you at?
At home.
With who?
Nate.
What are y'all doing?
Watching TV.
And do you remember what you were watching?
Something on the Ion channel.
Something on the what?
Ion channel.
Ion channel, okay. And at what point did you or do you go to bed?
It was around 12:01 in the morning.
Earlier you said he didn't sleep with you. Did he sleep with you that night? And by sleeping, I mean literally going to sleep in your bed.
No.
Where were you?
In my bed.
Where was he when you went to sleep?
Downstairs.
How do you know he was downstairs?
Yeah.
The TV was still on, and before I went to bed, I went back downstairs to make sure.
And what was he wearing on Thursday?
Gray Nike hoodie with the drawstrings and like the windbreaker sweatpants,
What color were the sweatpants?
like a navy blue.
And was it a hoodie or a sweatshirt?
It was a thin shirt with a hood on it.
Hood on it.
Recordings.
Skin good, child. Skin good. He has already been convicted, y'all. But if they, he already convicted.
So you see, you said he's downstairs and you go to your room and go to sleep?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you go to sleep, he's downstairs. You positive of that?
Unless he left, because he's good about leaving.
But when you last saw him, he was downstairs. Is that, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So
How is she dealing with a man spending out over there at her crib, in and out the door when he get ready, without telling her? Whew, I see why these men got y'all, these kind of girls, because he couldn't do that in my house. You have to let me know he gone. Ugh.
when do you go to bed?
Around 1:32.
And at that point, he's downstairs at 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is he there when you wake up?
No.
And what time did you wake up?
I have to be to work around 7, so I wake up around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
And so around 5:30, 6 o'clock, he's not there.
No, ma'am.
Was that what you expected?
Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure y'all can hear. Hold on. Let me make sure I got everything, because I can hear good with these on. Let me make sure I have this turned up for y'all. Yep.
No.
What did you expect?
Him to be. Yeah.
Why?
Because he told me he was going to be there when I wake up.
Or had you asked him to be there when you woke up?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because I don't like staying by myself.
And had he made you any promises about staying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, she really just has a man living with her only because she don't like staying by herself. She just admit this. So now I can understand the reason why he ins and out the door like he want to. Because she feels good and safe when somebody live with her. Okay, I get it. That's why he doing what he want to do. Long as she got somebody there at her house.
That he would be there when I wake up.
But he wasn't.
But he wasn't.
So what did you do when you woke up and he wasn't there?
I called his phone and I texted him.
Did you get a response?
No.
Okay. So you said you called and you texted his phone. Did he have more than one phone or just one phone?
More than one phone.
Do you remember how many he had?
2.
Did you try to call both or
Yes,
just
ma'am.
one? Did you get a response on either phone?
No, ma'am.
So how did you feel about that?
I was upset because I knew I had to go to work and I don't like being at work.
So what did you do?
I called my mom and by the time I got off the phone with my mom, he was pulling in the driveway.
Do you remember what time that was?
No, ma'am.
Why you don't know what time that was? You got to know what time it was. Because you said you didn't want to be late for work, ma'am. Ooh, y'all women, boy. Some women, y'all already know what I'm talking about. She don't know nothing. Is she supposed to be say if I supposed to be to work at 8? I would know whether or not he wasn't there before 8.
Was it after you were supposed to have already been at work?
Thank you.
And you were supposed to be work at 7?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do when how did you know he got there?
I looked out the window and I seen his car.
So could you see your front yard from your window?
Yes, ma'am. The
Which
front
window?
window. The front window.
Like your bedroom front window, your living room?
Living room.
So what do you do when you see him?
I went outside to ask him where my shirt was.
And I'm gonna stop a little bit. When you see him pull up, what is he driving?
His black and pink.
And you go outside, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you say?
Where's my work shirt?
Did you have your uniform?
I had my pants and my shoes on, but I didn't have my shirt because he was supposed to wash.
Y'all, what I don't understand, y'all, listen to me. You got this man. She could have washed that shirt in the sink. She could have washed that shirt in the sink and hung it up. It would have been dried. She got him riding around with 1/8 shirt. Ain't nobody gonna start their washing machine and they got to pay water bill for no one shirt. She couldn't watch it over her mama house, his mama house, or whoever she said. Not nobody gonna crank their machine up for when she could have went to the wash house.
Yes, but it was wet.
Now this is her work shirt, y'all. And he did what he can't do just to wash it himself. Because he washed it on his hand and it's still wet. So what was he doing where he couldn't have got the women? Come on, y'all. Y'all got to do better with these men. Men only do what you let them do. You could have washed that shirt yourself. What's wrong with you washing the shirt yourself on your hands and hanging it up? It's a McDonald's shirt.
Did you tell him or say anything to him about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, y'all. I wonder why I couldn't hear.
What'd you say?
Why is my shirt wet? When you said you was gonna dry my clothes, wash my shirt and dry it.
What'd he say?
Nothing really.
And let me ask you this, were you real nice about the way you asked or were you upset?
I was upset.
And does he give you your shirt?
Yes, ma'am.
You said that. And so what do you do at that point?
I asked him for my work hat.
And tell Jerry, what's your work hat?
It's like a sun visor with an M on it.
And I'm going to repeat what you said because you mumbled a little bit. Did you say it was a visor?
Yes, with an M on it for McDonald's.
And where had you left that visor?
In the back window.
Of what?
His car.
What kind of car?
His Impala.
And when had you left it there?
The day before when he picked me up.
And where did you leave it?
In the back window.
So what, if anything, did you expect about that visor when he showed up? Where did you expect it to be?
In the window.
Was it?
No, ma'am.
You asked him about
So the visor wasn't in the window. Why she put her visor in the back window? Why did she put her visor, McDonald's visor, in the back window? Now, that could have mean that, hey, you see a black sun visor in the back of that window, that's him. That's his Impala. God, that's my visor. Now, he took it out the back window.
that?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he tell you?
That it was in the country.
What'd you say to that?
Why would it be in the country?
And what did he tell you?
So where did he wash the shirt at? It was wet. He done took her sun visor for McDonald's to the country. Cause he said, Roland, I'm gonna start saying, Nathaniel said, she said, Maria is saying that Nathaniel had her sun visor in the country.
It had blood on it.
And it had blood on it? Why would her McDonald's cap have blood on it? I'm confused.
Repeat that.
It had blood on it.
He told you that the visor had blood on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ask him? What'd you ask him?
Why would the hat have blood on it?
Yeah.
What did he tell you? You tell me.
Mind my business.
Woo! My McDonough hat got blood on it, and you telling me to mind my business? Lady, come on. You act like you don't care.
Did you ask him again?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
Mind my business.
Mind her business.
So he had your shirt, but not your hat. So what'd you do?
I called my job and told my boss that I was on the way, and she had an extra hat for me.
And so what'd you do?
I left my house to go to work.
Were you able to go straight to his car?
Yes. No.
What happened?
He left and said that he had to take his nephew to school.
So after he shows up, he leaves again?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do when he left?
I went out the door and I shut the door behind me, and I didn't know I had unlocked the door. So I had to go to my neighbor's house and wait for him to get back
Where were your keys?
in his car.
And so you wait with your neighbor?
Yes, ma'am.
How long is he gone?
Like 10 minutes.
How long? And you said he went to go get his nephew?
To take his nephew to school.
You know where with his nephew in the car?
No.
You know where his nephew lived?
On Rosewood.
How long does it take to go from your house to the nephew's?
Like from Leesburg to Rosewood, like 30 minutes.
So
30 minutes. Okay, so hold up. Didn't you just say you were late for work? You didn't want to be late for work. And he showed up with a wet shirt and didn't have your sun visor. How you gonna wear a wet shirt to work and then he got blood on your sun visor and told you to mind your business? Now you late for work because he still left you there. You got your keys in the car. Well, you left yourself there because you could have called Uber, rode the bus. You left your keys in the car. You don't close door. Now you over the neighbor house. Now he gone with his nephew. Now you late for work. You real late now.
Time to go from your house to his nephew's in that 10 minutes?
No.
So he leaves and comes back.
Yes, ma'am.
Had he already given you your shirt at that point?
No.
So when does he
I put my shirt on in the car.
So when you said he gave you back your shirt wet, was that before or after the first time he shows up at your house that morning?
The second time.
So the first time, I just want to make sure we got the timeline right.
Thank you.
You ask him where it is.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the second time he actually gives it to you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And it's wet.
So the first time she asked him where it is, y'all. So, oh God, are you serious?
All right. So what do you do with your wet shirt?
I had to put it on because I had to get to work.
And does he take you to work?
We went to the convenience store because he had to get gas on Leesburg.
And what, if anything, did you notice about the car at that point?
That it was like dry blood.
Where in the car?
On the dashboard and beside the seat.
When you say the dashboard, what are you talking?
Where the airbags are.
Like a console?
Yes.
Blood up there? And you got in that car? What kind of, woo, Lord have mercy. I'm be nice. Because I'm trying to find out what kind of person are you? You got in that car?
And where else did you see blood?
In the back seat.
In the back seat. Was anything else in the back seat?
It was a sheet over the back seat and the back was the driver's seat.
And how do you mean there was a sheet?
It was kind of like covering, but it wasn't all the way covering the seat.
Was it like draped on the seat so you could see the outline of the seat, or was it above the seat, or
Just like threw over the seat.
So how you see blood? That's what I'm about to get to the point. How did you see blood if he got the seat covered? So he picked up his nephew with a car full of blood, with blood all over it. But he covered his seat so it won't get on his nephew. So the blood won't get on his nephew. So I'm trying to see how you saw the blood.
Could you see anything in the back seat besides the sheet?
Blood.
Where did you see blood then?
On the seat.
On the seat.
But how she see blood on the seat if the seat is covered up with the sheet? Okay, y'all. Help me out. Y'all in the comment section, please help me. Help me. Because I'm slow. I'm slow. I'm calling myself slow. I'm slow. Tell me how she see blood on the seat if the seat is covered up with a white sheet.
Not the part that was covered, or was it under the, could you see through the?
Like the part of the seat that wasn't covered, you could see.
What did you do when you saw the blood?
I asked him, why is it blood in the car? Did you hit a dog?
And what did he say?
Mama busy.
It's something about this shit right here. Shit, something going on. Before they could, I know they already don't convict this man. Come on, y'all. Come on. Blood all up on the dry blood, all up on top of this thing right here where y'all driving in the passenger seat. Y'all see blood. Y'all got, man, come on. You got in the car.
Did he tell you he hadn't had his car all day?
No.
Did he tell you where he'd been other than being in the country?
No.
Okay. So what did you do based on that?
After that, I went to work.
And who was supposed to pick you up from work?
He was supposed to pick me up.
How did y'all decide that?
I told him that what time that I got off, and he said that he would be there to pick me up.
Why is she tired of me?
I told him what time I got off, and he said that he would be there, make sure he was there to pick me up.
And was he there to pick you up?
No.
And before that, did he tell you what he was going to go do while you were at work?
In his car.
Did he have your key?
Yes.
Why did he still have your key?
Because I was worried about getting to work, and he looked like he was sleepy, so I let him get the key to go in the house to go to sleep.
Did you all talk?
Yeah, this girl right here. I guess her self-esteem or something kind of low a little bit. She letting him get away with a whole lot. I let him go to sleep, but
About him being tired or sleepy?
No.
You just thought he was.
The way he looked.
And so you go to work. How did you get home?
A coworker brought me home.
Coworker brought you home. Is that out of the ordinary for a coworker to take you home?
No.
But this day, that wasn't supposed to.
That wasn't supposed to.
So what did you do when you got home?
I banged on the door.
Why?
Because I didn't have my key, and he didn't pick me up from work, and I was mad.
And I just realized I didn't ask you something. When he picked you up, when he picked you up to take you, what was he wearing?
The same clothes.
Same clothes for you.
Where's his clothes? He done had them clothes on for 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 days. And he got blood in the car, and then he went to wash the car. What? That give me a flat on the play, y'all, with her.
Thursday.
When you got home and banged on the door, did he answer?
Yes.
And what happened when he came to the door?
He looked shook.
And what do you mean by look shook?
Like he seen a ghost.
What he meant? Where he high? What he say? Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Why is he gonna look shook? And it's her apartment. Under the influence.
And how did you bang on that door?
Hard like the police.
You done it like the police.
Mm-hmm.
And when he looked shook.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up.
Yes, ma'am.
What did he have on when he came to the door looking shook?
The same clothes.
And what did you do once you got in the house?
I went and took my shower and everything from work.
Did you shower?
No.
Did you say anything about that?
Yes, ma'am.
What'd you say?
Why you still have the same clothes on? Why you haven't washed your ass? Why you haven't washed his ass?
That's why he hadn't washed his.
Yes,
Yeah, she said it.
So what did you do after you got out of the shower?
I put my clothes on and I went outside,
And what was he doing?
cleaning the car,
Did you all clean in the car how?
like scrubbing it with something.
Did you tell what he was cleaning it
It
with?
smelled like, the car smelled like chlorine.
And I'm gonna break that down. You say it smelled like chlorine. When did you first notice it smelled like chlorine? When you were going to work or after you
After I got off work.
Where you said you went outside, were you standing by the car? Like how?
Yes, ma'am.
So what were y'all's plans that day?
To go to my mom's house.
You said, and I interrupted you, said he was cleaning.
Why is she putting up with this kind of man? This is the kind of man she want to be with? He don't work nowhere, he don't do nothing, and he don't kill somebody. And blood out in the car. He doing all this, he ain't picking you up for work, and this is what kind of man that she's selling it for. So we just selling it for anybody just to say we afraid to stay by ourselves.
And you could smell chlorine?
It was bleach, but it was so strong it smelled like chlorine.
Did you see him in the car cleaning, or what did you see?
Bleach bottles on the seat and the doors open.
All right. Did you help him clean?
No.
Why not?
Not my car.
Oh.
So
attitude.
did you see him taking any items out of it?
No.
Did y'all get back in the?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that point, who's driving when you get back?
I was.
Why?
I needed to go to my mom's house and get my rent money.
And when you get in the car, did you have to do anything with the seat?
I had to adjust the seat.
Why?
To my height.
Is his seat, is it upright or laid back?
When he's driving, it's laid back, but when I drive, it's up.
Stop right there, y'all. We asked this same question in the Alexis Ware case. When they found that car in the forest. Cause this in South Carolina. This is in South Carolina, Columbus, South Carolina. We asked the question. A lot of people asked the question, was the car seat up or was the car seat back? We never got an answer. We never got an answer. What did they later just ask her? Was the car seat, when she got in the car, was the car seat up? What about? She had to adjust the car seat for her. Now, if we knew this in Alexis case, we would have known was it a long leg or a short leg driving the car. We didn't get the answer that this attorney asking this young lady. That would have really helped who was driving the car.
And so where do you go?
To my mom's house.
And you're driving?
Yes.
Do you stop anywhere?
I had to go to the ATM.
Okay. And while you're driving, what is he doing?
Cleaning the car, still.
Still with what?
Like some type of wipes.
Did you ask him about that?
Yeah.
What'd you ask him?
Where do you get them from? Why are you cleaning the car with wipes?
What'd he say?
Mind my business.
And what, if anything, does he have on his hands when he's doing this?
He had like the surgical gloves.
What do you mean by surgical?
The blue surgical gloves.
And did you see him clean anything besides the interior of the car?
This little hunter's knife-like thing.
Cleaning the car with a knife? Scrape up the dry blood, y'all. You could have used SOS pads.
I'm going to show you what's been marked. It states it. Let me show I'm going to show you what's been marked. It states exhibit number 13 and ask if you recognize that.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
The thing that he was cleaning.
And does that fairly and accurately depict the way it looked when you saw it?
Yes, ma'am.
This time I've asked to introduce state's exhibit number 13 into evidence.
Mm. Seemed like a nice girl got hooked up with the wrong kind of man.
Is what you saw him cleaning?
Yes, ma'am.
And when was he doing this?
While I was driving down the road.
Had you ever seen him pull that tool out and clean it before that night?
No, ma'am.
He trying to clean it while she
So-
going down the road.
Had you seen him with that previously?
He showed it to me, but it wasn't open.
So this wasn't the first time you'd seen it, it was the first time you'd seen it open.
Open, yes, ma'am.
So you're driving around and he's cleaning the tool in the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you go to your mom's
Yes, ma'am.
and were you able to get the money?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. What do you do after that?
I went back home to Mountain Brook and to wait on my landlord to pay my rent.
At any point, do you leave again?
No.
Where's your daughter?
She was at daycare.
Do you ever have to go get her?
Yes, because I forgot she was at daycare. I was so tired.
What? What? You forgot your baby was at the daycare because you was tired? How in the, oh my God, Lord have mercy, Jesus, help me, Lord. Help me, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Oh, Lord, help me. Let me close the door, Carol. I got to go close the door, okay? Golly, I never tell nobody I forget my kids. I ain't never forgot my kids nowhere. I don't care how tired I was. I know I got some babies. Oh, wait. I forgot my baby all the time. I'm so tired I forgot my kids. Holy monkey. I forgot my baby. Oh, Lord. My God. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what that woman just said? She was so tired. She forgot her baby was at the daycare. How in the world? I'm so tired. And she work at McDonald's. In my job, I'm mentally drained. And I forgot my daughter, my baby at the daycare. I got red flags about this shit right here. Him and her made for each other. She got a man staying in her house around her child. And look at her. She, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Since I lay my burden down. Did y'all hear what this woman said? Maria said, I'm so tired. I left my baby at daycare. And look how she looking. She think it's cute. Oh, Lord.
So who was supposed to pick her up?
My mom was supposed to pick her up,
Did she?
but she didn't.
So what did you have to do because of that?
I had to drive his.
Why her mama leave the baby at the daycare center, y'all? Wait a minute. You know, I'm not going to judge nobody. I'm just going to say in my case, it's some flats up in here. Flag on the plate. It's some flats on the plate. It's some flats on the plate. I need to throw a flag down. It's a flag on the plate, y'all. Flag on the plate. Her mama, the grandmama, left the baby. Let me throw a flag. Can I throw a flag? Can I make a flag? Can I make a flag, y'all? I'm gonna put a flag on the play. Can I make this flag? Can I throw my flag on the play? It's a flag on the play. The grandmother, my daughter at work, and I left her daughter at home, and the mama said she forgot her daughter. She forgot her own child at the daycare. So I'm gonna put a flag on the plate. That's what I'm gonna do. I just dropped the white flag on the plate. It's some dysfunctional happening in this case.
Did he go with you?
Yes.
And so you go to, what side of town was she located?
Killian.
Killian? Okay, so you go there and pick her up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, where does she sit?
In the back, on the passenger side, in her seat.
Her seat.
Her car seat, the bucket seat.
So when you say a bucket seat, is it like a booster seat or?
A booster seat, not the infant seat.
Okay.
So was it behind the driver or behind the passenger?
The passenger.
Did you put her in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there any conversation between you and Mr. Rowland about her getting in your car?
He told me he don't want her in the car, but I had no choice but to go get her.
Did he tell you why?
Whoa! I know why he don't want her in the car, because blood was all over the car. But you knew she was going to get her baby.
There was blood in the car.
So, but you have to go get her, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do?
I went and got my baby.
And does she get in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do y'all go after you pick her up?
We went back home.
Does she stay with you the rest of the night?
Yes, ma'am.
Does Mr. Rowland?
No.
Does anyone else come to your house that night or into the morning?
His friends.
You remember who came over?
I don't remember one of them name, but one of them name was.
Speak up.
I don't remember their names, but two people had came to the house.
Were they there to see you or Mr. Rowland?
They was there to see him.
Did they speak and talk?
Yeah, we conversated.
Right. And did they stay or leave?
They left because they was going out.
Who was going out?
All the three of them.
All, including Mr. Rowland?
Yes.
Were you planning on going out?
No.
Did they say where they were going?
5 Points.
Was that unusual for him to go to 5 Points?
No.
When he left, what car did he leave in?
His car. The Impala.
What, if anything, did you say to him?
Why would you drive that car with blood in it?
Any response?
No.
Yeah, I got a problem. You know blood is in that car and you ain't called the police. You ain't talked to no officer or nothing, so you just don't. This man got blood all on the inside of your car. Blood all on the inside of that car. And you ain't think that check with the officer, you just want to love. You was in love, so you were blind. And then you gonna tell him why you driving that car with blood on the inside. See, you ain't asking him who blood is this?
Do you remember what time they left?
It was early morning.
What do you mean by early morning?
It was after 12 o'clock, so it was another day.
Do you know exactly what time?
No.
And let me ask you this. What, if anything, was he wearing when he left to go out with his friends?
He had changed clothes and put on a gray Puma sweatsuit.
Did you see him change clothes?
No.
And I want to ask you, what, if anything, did he have in terms of a phone when you saw him on Friday?
It was a phone in his car, and I asked him where did he get it from because it looked like a female phone.
And why do you say it looked like a female?
It was a rose gold iPhone, and it was in perfect condition.
All right, and where was it located?
It's a button that you mash, and the radio thing go up. It was in there.
So is there like a holder or something with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, and so that's where it was?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ask him where that phone was from?
I asked him where did he get it from.
What did he tell you?
He found it.
And you stated again, what kind of condition was it?
In perfect condition.
I don't understand this girl right here, y'all. I don't understand her. He got another woman phone in his car. He got blood out on the inside of the car. And that don't give you no race. That don't raise no flag to you.
Rock? Did it look like it'd been in the dirt?
No.
Shipload of savings at American
I
Freight.
don't know about this. It just looked like two people hooked up and they both had some issues. I don't understand this. I don't know, y'all. This how it.
Ask you, or did he tell you anything about what he planned to do with that phone?
He said he was trying to get it flashed over for me, but I don't do iPhones.
What do you like?
I like Androids.
She said, I don't like iPhone. I like Android. I don't know nothing about iPhone. You gonna take a woman phone, Miss Samantha Josephson phone, the woman that you stabbed, not her, but him, Nathan, that he stabbed the lady 100 times. You gonna give me somebody else's phone that you allegedly killed, murdered. You gonna give me another woman's phone that you murdered. This dude crazy. He thinks she's crazy. Because he gets away with a whole lot.
You didn't need that phone?
No.
And did you have the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
So he leaves.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Does he come back to your house after he leaves with his friends?
No.
When is the next time you know anything about this case? What do you see?
When it was on the news, I seen that she was missing, and then they showed the clip of his car.
And what did you think when you saw the car?
It all makes sense to me now.
What do you mean by that?
The blood, she's missing.
The blood, the phone.
How'd you know it was his car?
Because it had mud on the back by the fender.
And why didn't you call the police at that moment?
Thank you.
I was scared.
Oh, hold up. Blood in the car, phone in the car, and you was scared to call the police. Why were you scared to call the police? You didn't do nothing. Y'all help me, please help me. I'm slow. Please help me, y'all. Help me. I'm scared to call the police. Got blood and it's up in the man car I go with, and the cell phone in the car. He's scrubbing the car, so I'm scared of the police. Oh, help me.
Did you go to work?
No.
Why not?
Because I had to get myself together, so I faked my baby being sick to take her to doctor's care, so I could get myself together.
Who took you?
His brother.
And
his brother?
What, if anything, did you say to him about the car? Or there being blood in it?
That looks like Nate's car.
And did the police ever come speak with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And when was that?
The first time they came, I forgot what day it was, but I had did a double shift, and they came and woke me up out my sleep. And then they came back 2 to 3 days later, but I was off, so I was recuperated.
I'm going to start with the first time you speak with them. I think you just told the jury you had a double shift. What was a double shift?
I worked over 12 hours that day.
Over 12 hours?
Yes, ma'am.
And you went home and went to sleep?
Yes, ma'am.
And they woke you up?
Yes, ma'am.
So were you tired or well rested when you talked?
I was tired, exhausted.
And were you trying to be helpful when you talked to them?
I was.
Were you able to tell them everything at that point?
I thought I told them what I could at the time.
Did they do a question like I'm doing with you, or was it just talking?
It was just talking.
Did you leave out some things?
Yeah,
Did you do it on purpose?
no,
And you said they talked to you another time, and at that point you had some sleep.
yes, ma'am,
And did you talk to them?
yes, ma'am,
Did you try to tell them everything you could?
yes, ma'am,
And they asked to look at your phone. Did you let them?
yes, ma'am.
And do you remember what they did with your phone?
I just know they had it for a long time.
They took it from you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, they took it from you?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay. Did they give it back to you?
yes, ma'am,
Did you have any problems with that?
no.
What, if anything, did they do at your house?
They searched my house.
Did you have any problems with that?
No.
If you paid more than $15 on tax prep,
Girls, y'all, young ladies, y'all got to know about these days and this time. You have to know who you letting in your house and who you dating. Cause they go to criminal Nathaniel Rowland.
Do you remember if his phone was working on the 28th and the 29th? Could you call it?
No.
Why not?
The bill was supposed to be paid, and he didn't pay the bill, so he was using my Wi-Fi.
What do you mean by using your Wi-Fi?
They use the internet. They would connect the phone to the Wi-Fi.
So the phones work.
Yeah, they work, but you just had to be connected to the Wi-Fi.
And I'm gonna ask you, sticking around a little bit, make sure I covered everything. When you came home from being there, this would be the 28th.
Just got this look where you could tell a person been asleep.
And where had he been sleeping? Could you tell that?
He was in my room, but he wasn't on my bed
How could you tell that?
because the cover and stuff was on the floor.
And on the floor?
Yes, ma'am.
And were his clothes clean or dirty?
Dirty.
Could you tell what was
So you still dealing with a man with same dirty clothes on, and he nasty, and he the first man I ever seen that don't sleep on a woman bed. So where's the baby when all this going on? They got y'all. This is weird.
on them?
Blood.
You could see it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna skip this a little bit because I'm getting upset.
Did you ever notice anything about, what if anything did you notice about Chloe's shoes after she got out of his?
When I took her to doctor's care and she was sitting on the table, she had blood on the bottom of her shoes.
The baby had blood on the bottom of her shoes. This dude you got in your house with your baby, and I just asked y'all, when he sleep on the floor, where is the baby? Why he's not sleeping in the bed? Only thought gave me that the baby sleep on the bed. Now here the baby got blood on her shoes. What kind of mother are you?
So what did you do?
I took them off on her and threw them in the closet.
She took the blood. Y'all, please help me, Jesus. Oh, Lord, help me, Lord Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Help me. Help me. Help me, Jesus. Help me. You tell me that you took your baby to the doctor and you saw blood all on your baby up under your baby feet. And you threw the baby shoes in their closet. What is that saying about you? Help me, y'all. Help me.
In your house, when they searched it, did they find any marijuana or any edibles?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So did you smoke marijuana back then?
Back then I did.
Did Mr. Rowland?
Yes.
beg the court's indulgence. You think that's the wrong date. It was the 29th, correct? The 28th was Thursday.
Yeah, this was Friday.
Okay, that's my bad. I said that. I'm sorry. So on the 29th is when you knocked on the door and he looked shook.
Yes,
He was
ma'am.
sleeping in the floor.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And to clarify, you said his brother, was it his blood brother or someone he called brother that took you to doctor's care?
I don't know if it's his blood brother or not, but he called me brother.
Called him. All right. And then you stated he was cleaning the car. Can you tell the jury, where is your trash can outside dumpsters in relation to your house? Are they the front yard, the backyard?
The backyard.
In the backyard.
Yes, ma'am.
And can you get to those dumpsters do you have to go through your house?
You don't have to. You can go around the fence.
Is there anything that could keep you from being able to go in the dumpster?
No.
So if someone's out front, they can go to the back
Yes, ma'am.
and they can put stuff in the dumpster.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you put anything in the dumpster between Friday and Saturday?
No, ma'am.
Take it for the lady.
Ooh-wee. Yeah.
All right, did you ever see him wear head coverings? Like a do-rag or a bandana?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he wear?
He would wear like a toboggan, a scully, a black one, and a do-rag.
Showing you what's already been marked as State's Exhibit number 11.
Yes, ma'am.
Does this look familiar?
Yes, ma'am.
What is this?
A do-rag.
And is this what he was wearing?
Yes, ma'am.
What about State's Exhibit?
I've never seen it.
Never seen that. But you've seen this.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he always wear bandanas on his head?
The black one, yes.
And what about pullover hoodies?
Hoodies, yes.
And you said when he was cleaning, did you ever see him throw away or put items in a bag? In the car, when he was cleaning the car?
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
What was he doing with them?
He was putting them, like, the wipes that he done use in a trash bag, like a grocery store bag.
Like, what do you mean by grocery store bag?
Like the plastic bags that you get from the grocery store.
He was putting them in that.
Yes, ma'am.
Income.
Mm, 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 mm. And I know the victim parents is just having a fit. You did my child like this.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 14 and ask if you recognize that.
Yes, this is the letter that I had typed.
Can you just speak in the microphone?
This is the letter that I had typed to my daughter's cousin.
And is that the eviction letter?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you leave that letter?
In the glove box.
Okay, I got a problem with that, y'all. This woman right here, Maria, that's her boyfriend who on trial. You wrote a letter trying to evict him out your house. And you took the letter and you put it in his glove department. Not glove department, but the little thing in the middle. Have you lost your mind? He had already killed someone. He had already murdered someone. You put that inside of his box. And suppose he has seen it, read it, and now he got to get rid of you, and you got a little girl. Why did you leave it in there? Why you ain't put it in your pocketbook? I got so many flags.
A fair and accurate depiction of what you left in the glove box.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd ask to introduce State's Exhibit 14 into evidence.
Any objection?
Objection.
Been made it.
So this is the letter that you left in the vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you leave it?
In the glove box.
What was in?
Envelope.
It was an envelope.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you remember what kind of shoes? I asked you about clothing. What kind of shoes he was wearing?
Nike slides.
What do you mean by slides? I mean, what kind of flip flops?
Yes.
What are slides?
Nike slides that you just slide your feet in.
You know what color?
Red and black.
Girl, I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm just disappointed of her as a mother, and she has a daughter. What are we young women teaching our kids?
So the night, I guess it's the morning of the 29th. The morning, so y'all have gone to bed, it's 1 in the morning. Does he have on?
The grayish hoodie, Nike hoodie, and the windbreaker pants.
And
that he have on them pants. Y'all, let me put my clothes in the washing machine. She don't upset me. He don't had on the clothes, y'all, for 3 weeks. Hold on. I'll put my clothes in the washing machine. This girl here don't make me upset. Go to work in the morning. Oh, Lord. Hallelujah. Y'all take a break. Go do what you need to do right quick. I'll be back in here. Okay. This girl here. This girl right here. Go get you some dinner. I'll be back and put my clothes in the washing. Child don't upset me. No time for ouch. right. Hope everybody took their little break. I had clothes to wash for work, so I ain't have time to do like her. I don't depend on nobody to wash my clothes. I wash my own clothes. All right. What are y'all thinking about this case? What are you thinking? God, I left them glass. Hold on. What are y'all thinking thus far? What are y'all thinking thus far? Whew. Excuse me, y'all. I'm back, y'all. Whew. Yes. I'm back and I had to put my clothes in the wash.
Did he get in the bed with you with all that on?
No,
How did he get in the bed, or did he?
he would take the pants.
Hold on, y'all.
And did he get in the
Let me put my. This is the ex-girlfriend of Nathan Rowland. She saw him cleaning up all the blood and stuff, and she stayed with him.
in the bed with you that night?
Mhm.
Okay. And earlier you
Hold
said
on, let me hear that part right there.
so the night,
You need some water,
I guess it's
Campbell?
the morning of the 29th.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get my dog some water. Sorry about that. I got things to do. Get my dog some water. That's important to me. Hold on. Campbell, you threw up? Why you threw up? Come on, baby. Y'all ain't getting no more snacks in a while because y'all eating too many of them. Come on, drink some water, Campbell. Come on. Get some water, baby. Get some water. What you doing? Minnie, that's you. Go get some water. Go get some water, Minnie. Hold on, y'all. Minnie poop. No, she didn't poop. She threw up. I'm sorry. Go get some water, Minnie. Minnie threw up. Yeah, so I got to get her some water.
Gone to bed, it's 1:30 in the morning. What does he have on?
The grayish hoodie, Nike hoodie, and the windbreaker.
And you said, did he get in the bed with you with all that on?
No,
How did he get in the bed, or did he?
he would take the pants off.
Did he get in the bed with you that night?
Mhm.
And earlier you said at some point he was downstairs. Did he get out of the bed and go downstairs?
Yeah.
Where'd the pants go?
They was like when he take his pants off, they would be beside the bed.
When you got
When
up
he
the
got
next
up, he put them back on.
When he got up to go downstairs, he put them back on?
Yes, ma'am.
He wouldn't have got in my bed with no dirty clothes on.
No further questions.
Cross-examination.
Woo! Woo! Cross-examination, y'all. Cross-examinations. And then I'm gonna cross-examination, y'all. And that was his girlfriend. I just have a question for especially the younger girls, the younger generation. If you had a dude and you driving your dude car, I mean, say you driving I meant to say he is not. You let a dude drive your car. Now he driving his own car. The dude is doing all of this. You can find blood in your boyfriend's car. You got a baby. You see dry blood. You seen it the other day. He tries to cover it up. He told you he didn't want the baby in the car due to the fact he know what he did. All of this going on surrounding you. Then he not taking you to work, not picking you up. Why are you still with a man like that? Why are y'all letting these men, why are you doing this to yourself and your kids? And then you put the ex-girlfriend, I draw up a letter. I write up a letter. I put it in the envelope to get this man out of my house, but I left a letter inside of his glove department. I got a baby. He can do something to me. Then she said she asked her mom to go get her daughter. The mom didn't go get the daughter from the nursery. And she said she was too tired to think about her own daughter. She went to sleep. And then she also said she took her baby to the doctor and she noticed up under the baby's foot, she had blood up under her shoes. What is wrong with this woman? Then she said she took the shoes and threw the shoes in her closet. He comes to the door. He act like he was shook that he seen her. That's her apartment. Y'all give me y'all reasonable doubt. What y'all thinking? Because I'm older. So y'all young, tell me what would you have done in this situation? Now it's all planned out that Nathan Rowland was convicted of murdering a young lady named Samantha. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. I thought I had not started the video. Young boy, young blood, and his life over because of what he wanted to do. This is in South Carolina, y'all. Columbia. Sit down.
All right, Ms. Howard, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. You moved into that Mountain Brook apartment. Would that have been beginning of March?
Yes, ma'am.
Around maybe March 9th?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? And the time frame that we're talking about here today is about 3 weeks later. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Okay. And at this point, at some point between the time you move into the Mountain Brook apartment on March 9th and March 28th is when you say that Nate comes through the drive-through when you're at work.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't know the exact day that is?
No.
So, but within that 3-week period.
Yes, ma'am.
And that night that is it nighttime when he drives through? And that night he comes over, brings you home.
Yes, ma'am.
And ends up leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
but he comes back that night?
That morning.
The next
morning. To work.
Okay, I'm going to skip. I want to hear this.
I don't know
Let me get to the end, then I want y'all to hear one more thing.
Worried about getting to work.
Genesis.
Okay.
Minus 97% hair fall.
I'm tired of her. Okay.
Never be afraid of falling.
Okay, I'm gonna now. I took y'all what happened from the beginning of the case, and I wanted to hit the girlfriend part. So now Nathaniel Rowland is going to spend life in prison, which he should be for killing a young lady. So I'm going to take you to the end. I took you out from the beginning. I took you to the girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Now I'm about to take you out to the end of this case. Okay? I just wanted y'all to get a hoop of what was going on in his. He's a cold-blooded. That's what he is. A cold-blooded murder. Okay, hold up. And you know what irritates me is when I see my young Black brothers throwing their life away. Look how young he is, y'all. A young man, smart, but he kills. Stabbed a young lady 100 times. Here it goes. This is the end. Now, this is the same judge in South Carolina, Columbia, is doing Alex Murdaugh, the man who killed allegedly killed his wife. It's a lot of killing going on down there.
Mr. Rowland, during my time on the bench, I have presided over many murder trials, and they typically involve shootings. And with what seems to be an epidemic of criminal activity now, on a monthly basis, we encounter people accused of murder, people convicted of murder. This is the first time, however, that I presided over a case where a victim was stabbed
100 times.
20 times.
120 times, people.
Last case I participated in, where a victim was stabbed and tortured, resulted in a jury imposing the death penalty, which in this state is defined as murder accompanied by aggravating circumstances. And certainly a kidnapping is an aggravated circumstance.
Oh, Lord.
And I hear a lot of mothers tell me what a good child their child is.
Woo, hallelujah.
And quite often, tell those mothers and fathers that their child was a good child.
Woo! Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to my screen to put this up. Because we got, like I said, this is what mothers say. My child would never. But listen to this. Listen to this judge.
But that's when he was a child.
Thank you.
And my heart goes out to the Rowland family, as well as the Josephson's family. My heart goes out to someone from the same part of the state that I am from. You participate in sports, and at East Clarendon, I presume you played basketball against C.E. Murray, did you? My high school. So I take no joy whatsoever. And I looked at the map that was shown to the jury the telephone towers when the officer or witness testified that there's another tower over here. The map showed that that tower is in King Street, where my fingers are.
Yeah, I just want to stop it just for a moment. One thing, I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not nothing. I love people. This case would involve around Nathaniel Rowland and Samantha Josephson. Why can't we find Krista Anderson? She from the same place. Why we can't find the person so we can convict them in her case? But we found Samantha. We found Samantha killer, and it was Nathaniel. But we haven't found Krista Anderson killer, nor Alexis Ware killer. They from South Carolina. But we found Samantha Josephson killer. Why? This is South Carolina. We found everybody killer, but we ain't found Shaquella Robinson killer. We haven't found Alexis Ware killer from South Carolina. We haven't found Krista Anderson killer. But here we go. We have found the killer of a white woman by the name of Samantha. I'm not understanding what's going on here.
So this is painful, but not nearly as painful as the suffering by the Josephson family. Is there anything you would like to say?
Your Honor, I know I'm innocent.
Yeah, stop. Now this dude said something. He said, I know I'm innocent. And they found some that's praise God. He just told y'all.
But I guess we're doing what I think really doesn't matter. I just wish the state would have done more in finding out who the actual person was, instead of being satisfied with detaining me and proving my guilt.
But you just said you were innocent, baby. You just said you were innocent. Listen to what you're saying, sweetie.
I feel like they would have done further research in certain areas. That's what I am.
What?
And I've sentenced a number of murderers.
How much more inmates need?
Did y'all hear that? Listen to what he said. I know I'm innocent, but I wish the state would have did more research to find out who really killed her. You just said you're innocent. Oh my God.
Tell me about the time you pulled the trigger, and I have yet to have one who could go back there. Everyone, each of them, blotted the whole thing out of their mind as if it never occurred. and they can't take their mind back there sufficient to tell me. And I imagine they live in torment the rest of their days because they can't. The evidence in this case is, I chose the word an avalanche of evidence, and now I've seen it repeated a few times. I've heard it repeated. But the evidence in this case is so overwhelming. Law enforcement in this case did the best job of investigating a case that I have seen over the past 30 or 40 years.
So why can we find investigators just like these that can find Krista Anderson, Alexis Ware, and Shaquella Robinson and Kanika Jenkins killer? We found Samantha, but on the reason I didn't bring Kanika in is she's not from South Carolina. So these three girls, we have not found who killed these girls because the investigators, just like the judge said, did their best job to find Samantha Josephson killer. But here we are. We cannot find Alexis Ware killer. We cannot find Krista Anderson killer. We cannot find Shaquella Robinson killer, but we found Samantha killer. And he just said, Judge just said, they did an outstanding job of finding this person. Y'all not reading between lines?
I've heard it repeated. But the evidence in this case was so overwhelming. The law enforcement in this case did the best job of investigating a case that I have seen over the past 30 or 40 years. Every law enforcement officer that was available participated apparently in working in this case. If there were 1,000 roads, each road led to you. There's 1,000 trails, each trail led to you. All of the evidence, every expectancy, not simply beyond a reasonable doubt, but as high a standard as the law requires, all points to your guilt. And I am absolutely satisfied. I can certainly understand the family being in total disbelief that the child that they raised could do such a heinous thing, could commit such a murder. And I have dealt with the heartless, and you fall into that category. A person without any remorse whatsoever. A person who is totally emotionless. In the law, we call it a depraved heart. And absolutely astonishing, amazing to me for the truth to be that you have engaged in this activity all of a sudden. That there are not signs that your family can point to, that your friends can point to, where if some intervention had taken place, this young lady would have been protected. I don't know that. But as much as your mom feels in the bottom of her soul or pit of her stomach about you, I feel that same thing based on my experience and based on my observing you and witnessing the evidence in this case. So I want to thank the jury for your focus on this case. I noticed that you all were totally engaged, and thank you much on behalf of the citizens of Richland County and the citizens of the state of South Carolina. And South Carolina is a wonderful state, a lovely place, and people from all over the country, particularly the Northeast, choose South Carolina because of its beauty and charm and people. And Columbia, for all of the same reasons, because we live in such a wonderful state, such a diverse state, where there are opportunities for everyone, and certainly opportunities for you. And for you to have attended South Carolina State University.
That's sad.
If your parents have given you as much as they gave you, and for you then, your life story to end right here at this point in time. Of course, your life story doesn't end, but this is certainly a stop along the way. It is a tragedy. And whatever tragedy that causes these demons to reside within your soul and spirit, I don't know.
I don't either.
Maybe at one point in time, since this is not a death penalty, it can be exercised of you.
Think of this as like a short vacation from being employed.
Get them demons out of them. I tell y'all, Satan. 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 Y'all don't understand how this black man right here seeing all these young black boys come through. Let me tell you, they, like I said, they did all they could to find Samantha killer. But did they do all they can to find Alexis Ware? She's from South Carolina. Krista Anders, she from South Carolina. Are y'all doing all y'all can to help look for these people killer like y'all did Samantha? I'm just asking a question. Shaquata Robinson, South Carolina people, what are y'all doing to find their killer? Because y'all found him. If y'all found Samantha killer.
Mr. Goldberg made his closing argument and talked about, in the end, the consequences that would have had to exist in order for this not to be you. That someone would have had to steal your car, steal your car keys, kidnap Samantha.
Y'all listen. Listen. Don't forget the other cases when y'all hear what the judge saying. Because that's what they did to Alexis' car. They took Alexis' car. He claimed they stole the car. He claimed they, listen to what the judge said, but did nobody steal his car to kill Samantha? The keys was in his car. He trying to say somebody stole the car, but they didn't. Listen to what the judge saying and clock yourself with all three of those killings in South Carolina that builds around Alexis Ware, Krista Anders, Shaquata Robinson. Listen to what the judge has said. He said somebody stole his car. Go back and kidnap. Listen, He said somebody, that boy lied and said somebody stole his car and they kidnapped Samantha. And who was it? It was him.
Mr. Goldberg made his closing argument and talked about, in the end, the consequences that would have had to exist in order for this not to be you. That someone would have had to steal your car, steal your car keys, kidnap Samantha, kill her with your tool, then bury her in your home territory.
Woo! In his home territory. They buried Samantha. He did it. We're trying to say somebody else did it. He buried Samantha around in his hometown, y'all. Where is Krista Anderson? Where is Alexis Ware? Where is Shaquetta Robinson? Find them. Because he lied and said somebody stole his car and his keys and then murdered Samantha. He said that. And the whole time, he killed her, stabbed her, murdered, stabbed her 100 times, buried her, kept the blood in his car.
Then miraculously get the car back to you in time for you to go to the ATM in Sumter and here in Columbia.
Columbia, South Carolina, y'all.
Then turn over your car back to you with all the blood throughout.
Oh, wait. I got a question. I have a question. Is this what they did to Krista Anderson? Is this what they did to Alexis Ware? Is this what they did to Shaquella? Did they do to these girls like that? Did anybody put the stuff down in the car to see blood where they don't scrub it with ammonia and all that stuff? Did anybody ever do that?
All of Samantha's blood except for several teaspoons.
Woo! All Samantha blood in that car. The girlfriend knew blood was in the car. She even put her child in the car. He even picked up kids in his car, his nephew, and took them to school. The girlfriend still saw the blood in there. Blood up under the daughter's shoes. She never told the police. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. But they found Samantha killer, but they can't find these girls killer.
And the story goes on and on. The evidence is so substantial in this case, pointing to your guilt. And I emphasize that and re-emphasize it because of the horrific and most brutal nature of crime. It could not be worse. It's the most severe murder that has occurred that I have been a witness to as far as presiding in court or participating in as a lawyer. And for whomever asked me for leniency, yeah, that's not part of my DNA.
That's right.
I have two.
What happened? Listen.
Orders.
You got two.
One of whom sit in this seat more often than I do.
Wow.
And another of whom live in a city who have to encounter people on a daily basis.
Wow.
And I have sons. I would like to think I know my sons and my daughters very well. Certainly, I would be in disbelief if them standing like you. But even more so, the terror imposed on their child and the pain and grief that you've caused. She was an amazing person, an amazing human being. The testimony is here. And she obviously put up an amazing fight against you.
Ain't that the same thing somebody mother said in this case, but Alexis case, Krista Anderson case, and Shaquella case? They put up a what? Fight, people, for somebody like him.
And left a sufficient for you to
trail
what you did. Now, you're not a dumb person. You're not an unintelligent person. You've been educated, trained, and you have a degree of intelligence. You certainly have the ability to choose different course
decisions he made.
But there's no perfect crime. These days, with forensic evidence, your whole 24 hours would recreate it almost minute by minute, mile by mile, digit by digit. That's led you here, and you've now been found guilty. And sentencing in this case is not difficult. This case is easy. Painful it may be. The sentence of the court for murder is that you be committed to the State Department of Corrections for life.
For life.
Any other sentence that can be imposed will be concurrent with life. Since you only have one life, that sentence must be served for the remaining days of your natural life.
Woo! People, let me let y'all see. Let me see, can I show y'all? It is what it is. Let me show y'all Samantha, who he killed. Let me show y'all Samantha. This thing right here killed Samantha. There she go. There goes. Let me pull a picture up on Samantha. This is Samantha. Now let me go here and find an image of Samantha, y'all. Let me come out there because I don't need to see him no more. I don't see him. I don't need to see that thing anymore. And I can take these out now because I just finished hearing a whole, half of the trial. But I took you all to the trial that is very interesting because it could help us in the trial of Alexis Ware, Krista Anderson, and Shaquella Robinson. Hey, TJ. Now, I'm going to show y'all Samantha. Here goes Samantha. This is Samantha. This who he killed. This who he murdered. This who he murdered. This who he killed. from South Carolina, but this wasn't his girlfriend. Samantha was a beautiful human being, regardless of her rationality. I'm using her case since it's from South Carolina, where my girls, Alexis Ware, Krista Anderson, Shaquetta Robinson, case have not been solved. Think about a lot of things that happened in this case. The suspect lied and said somebody stole his car, left the keys in the car. But the things he did to Samantha, I hope he ain't the one did this to Alexis. Shaquella. This is sad. They saw her case. She was a white girl. She was found. But y'all can't get mad because all evidence was right there in their face. What that thing you did. Did they check? They put all the people, all they detected on this hard work with Alexis case, Krista Anderson case, Shaquetta Robinson case, and it's nothing there. But they found Samantha killer. Y'all think about it. That case was in South Carolina. That is the same judge who handled Alice Murdoch case. Y'all have a good evening, a good night, and a good morning, and I'm out. Love y'all.
Shut up. Moving.
They over there. Thank you.
Move.
Thank you.